Borkowski, Director at PrimeAdvisory. Just finishing off my coffee, but as soon as we're done, we'll have a bit of a chat about tax planning 2021 and all of the benefits related to that. See you soon. So as you may know, in May and June, we spend a lot of time with our clients planning their taxes for the year ahead and for the year that's about to finish. We want to really make sure that no one's paying more tax than they need to, and they understand the timing of the tax obligations in the year ahead. And recently we've created some tax planning guides for the year end, a business version and an individual version, and we also created a federal budget update. They were all emailed out to you. You may have seen them and had the chance to review them, but if not, at the bottom of the video here there's some links that you can click through and take a look through those. There's some great tips in there. So essentially today I just wanted to talk to you about tax planning and the three key points really. What is tax planning? Who does it apply to, and what are some typical tax tips? So let's get down to business and we'll go through those. Okay, so what is tax planning? Well, essentially it's an opportunity to reduce your tax, and there's a few different ways of doing that. You can bring forward deductions or hold off some income, and that would permanently reduce your tax in doing that, or it will at least create a timing difference. And the other way to reduce your tax is to actually spread your taxable income across other members in your family group, which acts to lower the average rate of tax across the family group. The second thing you can do in tax planning is really just manage your tax cash flows. It's really important to understand not just the size of the tax obligation, but also the timing of that cash flow. So the whole planning process gives you some clarity around that. And the final step really in tax planning is to review your tax structure, because having the right tax structure can create some fantastic tax savings, and it can also create some asset protection. So at this time of year when we're doing the tax planning, we look at the structure and can make some recommendations in terms of improving that. So now that you know a little about tax planning and what it's about and its benefits, you might be wondering who it applies to, and in our case for our clients it definitely applies to those that own businesses, and there's some really specific things we can do with businesses to optimise their tax positions and structures. But it also applies to investors who might have self-managed super funds and trusts and corporate beneficiary companies where they're holding investments, so they don't actually own a business, but they've got complexity in their structure and the way they hold their investments. We can definitely do some things there. And even really just for a less complex mum and dad situation, there are certainly some things we can do there, and the guides that we've published have got some tips in place for those people as well. Okay, so as an advisor, we could provide you with some typical tax tips, and typically you see things like topping up super and bringing forward deductible expenses. You can also defer business income if you own a business, or if you're an investor, you can defer the timing of a capital gain if you're selling an investment. They're typical ones. Other people that have companies in their structure often need to manage a Division 7A director loan situations. There's often things that need to be done before year end that can create a benefit there. And ensuring for those people that have a family trust in place that your trust distribution resolution is done before the 30th of June, which is actually an ATO requirement. So part of the process would be to get that in place as well. There's a lot of tips in the guides though. They were just some typical ones that you may be familiar with. So as we approach the 30th of June, it's time to take some action. We've provided the guides, as I said, and you can download them. And there's really two approaches you can take. You can self-help. If you download the guides, there's some great information in there, and you can make some decisions yourself and self-implement some of these things. Or if you want to work with your advisor, just contact us and we'll provide a full comprehensive tax planning service where we address all of those issues I spoke about earlier. So that's pretty much it for today. We're really looking forward to working with you as year-end approaches to optimise your tax position. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and see you soon.